Hey folks, today let's take a trip down the hypothetical lane and ponder a world without mobile phones. Yeah, I know, it sounds like a nightmare for most of us, right? I mean, what would life even be like without these pocket-sized wonders? So grab a seat and let's explore this what-if scenario together. Alright, picture this. It's a regular Monday morning. The alarm clock rings, and instead of reaching for your trusty smartphone, you fumble around for the good old alarm clock on your bedside table, an actual clock, with hands and everything. Weird, huh? You stumble out of bed and head to the kitchen, craving that first jolt of caffeine. But wait, there's no mindless scrolling through social media while the coffee brews. You'd have to grab a newspaper or watch the morning news on TV to catch up on what's happening in the world. Now, imagine hitting the road for work. No GPS to guide you, no traffic updates at your fingertips. You'd have to dust off that map or rely on the good old memory to navigate the streets. And don't even get me started on the boredom of not being able to check your messages or playlists during the commute. As you step into the office, the absence of smartphones becomes glaringly obvious. No quick email check during the elevator ride, no instant messaging for work updates. Want to reach a colleague? Well, you better hope they're at their desk or use the ancient intercom system. Meetings become a different ballgame too. No discreet texting under the table or pretending to take important notes while actually scrolling through your Instagram feed. Just pure, undivided attention to the presentation, a concept long forgotten in our smartphone-dominated world. Now, let's fast forward to lunch break. Without mobile phones, the lunch table isn't a battleground of distracted minds. No one swiping through Tinder or sending snaps. You might actually have a face-to-face conversation with your colleagues. Crazy, right? The post-lunch slump hits, and without the option of sneaking off for a quick game or scrolling through memes, you're left with the struggle of staying awake at your desk. It's a battle against the monotony, and there's no smartphone cavalry to rescue you. Finally, it's time to head home. No ride-hailing apps to summon a car, no texting your roommate that you're on the way. You might have to rely on the ancient method of calling ahead and hoping someone's there to pick up the landline. As the evening sets in, the absence of mobile phones continues to reshape your routine. No mindlessly scrolling through YouTube or binge-watching your favorite series on a streaming service. It's back to cable TV or perhaps dusting off those old DVDs. If you want to connect with friends, there's no group chat or video call. You'd have to organize a physical get-together or rely on the landline for some good old-fashioned conversations. Maybe even write a letter or two. Remember those? Finally, bedtime rolls around. No more scrolling through your phone until your eyes grow heavy. Instead, maybe you'd pick up a book or a magazine or simply lay there with your thoughts, a concept that seems almost alien in our smartphone-driven world. So there you have it, a day in a world without mobile phones. It's strange, right? Mundane tasks become a bit more complicated, and the constant buzz of notifications is replaced by the quiet hum of real life. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's all bad. There's a simplicity to this alternate reality, a focus on the here and now. But let's face it, we've grown so accustomed to our smartphones that imagining life without them feels like stepping into a time machine. As we wrap up this imaginary journey, take a moment to appreciate the convenience, the connection, and yes, the occasional distraction that our trusty mobile phones bring to our lives. Because in the end, it's not just about the device, it's about the way it seamlessly weaves into the fabric of our daily existence. And in this world of what if, maybe it's okay to be grateful for the little wonders we often take for granted.